So just take a second to get comfortable in a seated position. And let's just feel ourselves get grounded through the sit bones, through the feet, through the legs, that action of rooting down. And then from there, start to invite in that action of rising up. So feel the rib cage lift off of the pelvis. Feel the spine get longer. Feel yourself get a little taller through the crown of the head. And just let your awareness come into the breath. So we've been working with our mudras. We started this exploration last week. And if you remember, mudra it's sort of like yoga for the hands. And it's pretty cool because you can take it with you anywhere and anybody can do it. It's pretty simple. The mudra that we're working with today is Abhaya Mudra, and it is the mudra of fearlessness. So the way that you do this mudra is just by taking one hand, palm forward, and we're going to start with the right hand today. It's almost like this action of stop or dissipating fear. So we're going to take the left hand onto the heart for our centering today. So one hand on the heart, the right hand is facing palm away from you. And let's just close the eyes and let the gaze move down. So as you're breathing here, feel the breath move in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders relax. And just feel the center of your palm. Take a moment to notice any sensations in the right palm. And we're just going to take a few moments to kind of get the energy flowing in that hand. So on your inhale, you're going to spread your fingers wide apart. And on the exhale, you're just going to shake the hand out. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, spread the fingers wide apart. Exhale, shake the hand out. One more time. Inhale, stretching those fingers apart. Exhale, shake it out. And then bring yourself back into this mudra. And let your awareness come back to the center of the palm. And just notice what you feel. You can feel after just that little bit of stimulation, there's an energetic presence in the hand. Imagine that the center of your palm is growing warmer and radiating a soft light. Taking just another moment or two here with the awareness and the energy of that hand. Beginning to create the intention that whatever causes you fear is looking directly into the center of your upheld palm, and it's subdued by that light. Let yourself feel the navel center breathing. Inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, drawing the navel in as we ignite our power center in the solar plexus. And feel that your courage and openness are unwavering, that your fear is conquered by the power of your unwavering acceptance. That we can actually transform our fear into mindful fearlessness. And as you're breathing here, feel the heart breathing. Underneath that left hand, the rise and fall of the chest. Letting the heart rise to move beyond the fear. Letting the heart open to love. When you feel ready, take another big inhale. Release the hands down into your lap. And let's take a moment to lengthen out through the neck. The inhale makes the neck a little bit longer, and as we exhale, we'll just drop that chin down toward the chest, maybe a little further down toward the collarbones, feeling a stretch in the back of the neck, moving down the spine. And then let your next inhale bring that head back to neutral. Now we're going to bring the right hand to the center of the chest and the left hand into our Abhaya Mudra. Again, the mudra of fearlessness. So just notice any sensations in the palm of the left hand. And then let's do that same little warm up here to get the energy flowing in the left side. So as you inhale, spread the fingers wide apart. And as you exhale, shake the hand. Let's do that again. Inhale, spread the fingers. Exhale, shake the hand. One more time. Inhale, spread the fingers. And exhale, shake it. And then just bring it back into the mudra. Back into our Abhaya Mudra, that mudra of fearlessness. Just notice any energetic sensations or tingling in the left hand. Gently bringing the awareness back to the breath, moving at the heart center. Back to the breath, moving the power center of the navel. Checking in again with the intention. The intention to transform fear into fearlessness. The intention to calm the mind, to dissipate anxiety and inner conflict, to dissipate attachment to thoughts, emotions, and sensations, and to create an energy that forms as a protection from negativity and fear. Visualizing that gentle glow emanating from the center palm of the hand. We'll take one more breath here. And as you exhale, just releasing the hands once again back down into the lap. Finding that nice long spine as you breathe in. On the exhale, this time let the right ear drop toward the right shoulder. We'll inhale back to center and exhale the left ear toward the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. One more time, dropping the chin down. And let your next in-breath bring you back. And we'll take a moment here just to move the shoulders. So inhale to shrug the shoulders up, roll them back. Exhale, just relax. Do this a couple times. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and relax. Just letting yourself start to wiggle some of that tension out of the shoulders. Maybe change direction of the circles, rolling the shoulders forward, relaxing them down. Maybe taking some figure eights, moving one shoulder at a time, one direction and then the other. Just let yourself start to wiggle. And then as you're moving your awareness down the spine, let yourself wiggle a little more, creating just a little spiral of energy along the spine, rocking to the left, rocking back, rocking to the right, rocking forward, feeling the shoulders move in cadence with the spine. And then let yourself go the other direction, finding 2 or 3 circles the other way, waking up this body. We'll take a moment to bring the hands together in front of the heart, pressing the palms into the heart. Feel the hands press into the heart and lift the heart, lift the rib cage. And then bringing both hands into Abhaya Mudra. From here, we're going to clap the hands 3 times, bringing the hands back into our Abhaya Mudra each round. So we'll take an inhale, exhale, clap. Inhale, exhale, clap. Inhale, exhale, clap, and rub those hands together, really igniting the energy of these hands as we get ready to move into the deeper poses of our practice today. Now rub the tops of the hands. Rub the hands in between the fingers. Feel these hands, these extensions of the heart chakra, getting warm as we invigorate the energy flow, the pranic flow, the life force. And then bring the hands just an inch or 2 apart. Feel that energy. Remember, the energy body is 3 to 6 inches outside of our skin. And we can cultivate an expansion of that energy through our practice. Coming back into our Abhaya Mudra. Taking both hands, palms forward, relaxing the thumb away from the hands. Inhale, find your long spine. Exhale, turn your body to the left, any amount. Taking the gaze over the left shoulder. Take the left thumb and gently touch the center of the forehead, igniting fearlessness in the third eye space to unlock intuition. On your inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, turn the body to the right. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Gently touch the right thumb to the center of the forehead. Breathing. Inhale back to center. Releasing the thumb from the forehead, relaxing the hands down onto the legs. From here, we're going to transition to our backs, so you can come to lie on your mat, on a bed or a sofa, or if you'd like to remain seated, you can do that as well. So we're going to make that comfortable transition. And as you land on your mat, you're welcome to put a pillow under the head if that feels good for you. We're going to begin with the knees bent and together. So let your knees come together, let your feet come wide. Your hands are going to start just resting on your belly. And we're just going to take a moment to feel that belly breath. So as you inhale, feel the navel center rise. And as you exhale, draw the navel in. Really feel the muscles in the belly ignite. The core strength. Inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, drawing the belly in. So we're starting to feel that solar plexus chakra, this chakra, the energy center of our personal power. This is a great chakra to work with when we're using the Abhaya Mudra to dissipate fear. So now we're going to keep that left hand on the belly and take the right hand into Abhaya Mudra. Let the right elbow rest on the ground and the back of the right hand is resting on the ground. If you're seated, you're simply placing your left hand on your belly and your right palm facing forward. Now we're going to wiggle the feet a little bit wider and take a breath in and a breath out. Now on your inhale, let your knees drift over to the left. Let the belly get round under that left hand. And as you exhale, draw the navel in to bring the pelvis back to center. Feel that power center ignite. Now on your inhale, take your knees over to the right. And as you exhale, strong belly toward the spine, bring it back to center. Now we're going to switch the hands. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the earth in Abhaya Mudra. Inhaling, knees to the left. Exhaling, belly in, back to center. Now we're going to do one more to the left, or to the right. Knees to the right on the inhale. Exhale it back to center, strong belly. So you can start to feel how you're using the strength of the navel to move the pelvis. So now let's bring both hands into Abhaya Mudra and we'll do just a couple more of these. Inhale, knees to the left. Exhale, draw the navel in toward the spine, bring it back to center. Inhale over to the right. Let the belly expand with the breath. Exhale, strong belly, bringing it back. Now you can keep this action, or if you want to make this a little more challenging, you can hover the feet. Inhaling, knees to one side, keeping the shoulder blades grounded. Exhale, bring it on back. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, strong belly, bringing it back. So you decide whether the feet need to stay on the ground for you, or if you'd like to bring the feet off of the ground for a little more intensity. And remember, we're dissipating fear today, so don't be afraid to take yourself to a little bit more challenging place. And the other side of that coin is, don't be afraid to stay in a space of ease. Don't feel pressured to do more. When you feel even on both sides, let yourself come back to center. Bring the feet to the ground. Go ahead and stretch the legs out long and reach those arms back behind you. Nice long spine. Really feel yourself wiggle some space into the body, and then on an exhale, hug the right knee in toward you. So you're going to take the hands either behind the thigh or to the shin, and you're just bringing that knee in. Rolling the shoulders onto the back, feeling a nice long spine. And if you're lying on your back, really reach through that left heel so you're feeling a nice long leg on the left side. So we're just folding this leg to stretch and release tension in the low back, the hip, the knee. And then we can take that right foot and just move it a little bit. So pointing and flexing that foot, maybe making some circles. And then we'll bring the right hand onto the right knee, on the kneecap. Let the leg just drop away from you a little bit so the right elbow is extended. And your left arm is going to come into that Abhaya Mudra. So find your flat hand. And if you're on the mat or lying on your back, the elbow and the back of the hand are going to rest on the ground. Now we're going to start to make circles with this hip joint. So you're going to use the hand and the arm to guide this leg around in a circle. First, drop the leg to the left so it's moving across the body. And then take it away from you. And then drop it over to the right. And bend the elbow to pull it in. Take it over to the left. Drop it away, extending the elbow. Bring it out to the right and pull it in. So we're using this circular movement to wiggle out this hip joint and to loosen up any stuckness there. So lots of fears and traumas can be stuck in these hip joints and manifest in lots of different ways. So as you're moving this leg around and really starting to open up this space in the body, visualize that left hand and that warm glow of light coming from the left hand. Also, that warm glow of light coming from the right hand, shining it right into that hip joint. Now take the knee away from you. Again, we're going to go the other direction. So the leg is away from you now. We're going to take it over to the left, then pull it in and take it out to the right. So you're just changing direction of your circle here and visualizing sending that warm, dissipating light into the hip joint to release any trauma or fear that's been stored in the body here, in that sacral chakra space. Finding your way back to center. We're going to bring both hands into that Abhaya Mudra, one on either side of the body. Take that right heel up toward the ceiling. If you're seated, just extend it out in front of you any amount and lower it all the way down. From here, we'll take another inhale, stretch the arms and legs out, and then on your exhale, hug the left knee into the body. Take both hands onto that left knee, hug it in toward you, folding the leg at the hip, at the knee, reaching through that right heel, and then moving the left ankle. You can take 2 or 3 circles. We can point and flex the ankle, wiggle the toes. And then we're going to bring the left hand onto the left kneecap, just as we did on the other side. Our right hand is going to come into our Abhaya Mudra. We're going to start to make these circles. So again, let the arm be long as you drop it away. Take it over to the right. And then as you exhale, pull it in toward you and slide it over to the left. Drop it away, take it over to the right. Draw it in and bring it out to the left. So let yourself invite these same circles into the left side. Finding that warm light moving from the left hand down that femur bone into the hip joint. And letting your right shoulder and your right hand be an anchor. Stabilizing the shoulder blades and the pelvis onto the earth. When you feel ready, you can change direction of your circles. So we're just going the other way. Taking 2 or 3, 4 or 5, however many circles feels appropriate for you. Letting yourself get even on both sides as we wiggle out the fear and trauma from these hip joints. When you feel ready, coming back to center, we'll find Abhaya Mudra in both hands, elbows, shoulder blades, and backs of the hands anchor. Reach the left heel up toward the ceiling. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower that leg all the way down. Now we're going to stretch the arms and legs out in 2 opposite directions. Take a big full breath as you lengthen out through the heels, through the fingers. Wiggle maybe a little more space into the body. And then on your exhale, we're going to bend the knees and put the feet flat on the ground. And slide both of your arms into Abhaya Mudra. So it's sort of like a cactus shape that we're making with the elbows and the forearms. Feel the feet ground underneath the knees. Press into the 4 corners of the feet as you press into your shoulder blades and your elbows and the back of your hands. Start to lift the pelvis. Take a big breath. On your exhale, slowly lower the pelvis back down. So we're going to do a few of these. The inhale is the lift, and the exhale is the lower. Let's do 3 more of these. Inhale, rooting down, lifting up. Don't be afraid to go a little higher today. If you're seated and you're trying to figure out how to transition this into a seated variation, we're simply finding our Abhaya Mudra, palms facing forward, pressing the feet into the earth, feeling the action in the glutes and the legs. So the only difference is you're seated, the butt stays rooted, and you're just feeling the action of the legs. From here, relaxing back down, we're going to stretch the arms and legs out one more time. Take that big stretch through the fingers, through the heels, wiggle a little bit if that feels right for you. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring both knees into the body. So fold the legs into the body, taking your 2 hands into Abhaya Mudra. Find that mudra either hugging the shins in or the thighs. And then we can rock a little bit from side to side. Now as we move our stretching into the spine a little bit more, really focusing in on that lower back. So you're sending the light from the center of the palms down into that lower back space. So hands on kneecaps. Shine that light up the femur bones of the upper legs. Imagine it's moving right down into your lower back. And we're going to make circles with both legs moving together. When we move both legs together, the circles start to transition into the pelvis. And we'll feel a gentle release in the lower back. Another place where we tend to hold trauma and fear. So let the belly be strong here. As you move that pelvis around, go ahead and change circles in the opposite direction. And as you move that pelvis around, keep the navel drawing in to support the lower back. When you feel even in both directions, we'll come on back to center. Give those knees one more big hug. Bring the feet back down to the floor. So from here, We're going to move right into progressive relaxation. If you'd like to put something under the knees, you're welcome to put a pillow or a blanket under the knees. If you need something under the head, please feel free to do that as well. And if you're working in a chair, you can simply extend the legs out, or feel free to put the feet into a second chair or onto a footstool. For progressive relaxation today, we're going to come into our Abhaya Mudra on both sides if you're lying on your back. If you're seated, you're just going to take that Abhaya Mudra into both hands and let your tops of your hands rest on your thighs. But if you're lying on your back, let's take this cactus shape. Feel your long legs, find your pelvis in a comfortable neutral position. Shoulder blades relaxing onto the back, crown of the head nice and long. Take another moment here to bring the awareness to the palms of the hands. And almost like you have these warm laser beams, just start to imagine those laser beams are shining down toward the feet. And this dissipating fear, the intention of dissipating fear, becomes a letting go process. So as we let go, we can find ease. So we're going to do this symbolically by relaxing the physical body. And we'll shine that light into the various parts of the body, not only to relax the physical, but to also let go of any fear that's being held by the body. So imagine you're shining that light down into the feet. And as you're breathing, begin to relax the feet. Let yourself soften the toes, the ankles, the heels, the arches of the feet, and the ankles. Keep the breath moving. Begin to send that warm light into the legs. Let it fill the lower legs as you relax the muscles of the calves. Let it fill the shins. Bring it up into the knees. And feel yourself soften and relax the joints of the knees. Soften and relax the upper legs, the muscles all around that upper thigh bone. Feel the legs get heavy. With each exhalation, relaxing a little bit more, letting the fear melt out of the body as you relax. And now we're going to bring the awareness to the pelvis and feel a softness in the muscles of the buttocks and lower belly. That warm light from our Abhaya Mudra filling the bowl of the pelvis, creating a sense of ease in the organs of the pelvis. And that sacral chakra, those qualities of creativity and passion and sensuality. Let yourself release any fear around those qualities as you relax the physical body, letting those mental, emotional qualities find ease as well. And then as you move your awareness up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, feel your back body settle into the support behind you, underneath you. Feel the gentle movement of the breath, inviting that sense of ease into the organs of the abdominals. into the gently breathing lungs and the gently beating heart. Sending that warm light into the core of the body, dissipating fear from the solar plexus energy center, the energy center of self-worth and personal power. As we dissipate fear from this energy center, we find the courage to step into our authenticity, the truest version of ourselves. Now letting the awareness move up to the chest, that gently beating heart, feeling the shoulder blades relax and soften into the support behind you. This heart chakra, the energy center of the heart. As the arms and hands are an extension of this energy center, feel the hands and arms relax, sending that light into the heart space, fear dissipating, so that we have the courage to shine those heart qualities of love, compassion, empathy, and gratitude. As we move the awareness into the throat and the neck, the energy center of communication, we let the head be cradled or held as we relax and soften the throat, the inner ear, the tongue, dissipating fear as we shine that light into this space of communication. We find the courage to speak our truth and to deeply listen. Now, as you move your awareness into the features of the face, softening the features of the face, softening the lips, the jaw, the temples, the lids of the eyes, feeling the eyeballs rest heavy in the sockets, and the brain resting heavy in the skull. We shine this light into that third eye space at the center of the forehead. We shine that light out through the eyes. We shine that light into the brain, dissipating fear, so that we can fully connect to that deeper wisdom, the wisdom of our intuition. And bringing the awareness to the crown of the head, the very center top of the head, our crown energy center. Begin to shine that light to the center of the top of the forehead, and imagine that light just exploding out from the top of the head, dissipating fear as we connect to that higher reason, as we connect to all living beings, as we connect to Source, and as we recognize the divine connection of all beings. Let yourself be here for a few more moments, just feeling the vibration of this energy that we've created in our practice today. Breathing in and breathing out as we hover in this space of ease, recognizing our power to dissipate fear so that we can move into greater ease and step into our own path without fear. Now from here, whenever you feel ready, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Slowly turn the head from side to side. Take a moment to stretch long through the arms and legs. On your exhale, hug the knees into the body. Rock from side to side. If you're lying on your back, if you're sitting, maybe take a gentle forward bend. And gradually we'll work our way back up to a seated position. Taking just a moment to arrange yourself in a comfortable seat. Take a moment to bring our hands back into the Abhaya Mudra. Right hand facing forward, left hand resting on the heart space. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that light shining out, this protective barrier that you've created around yourself. Remembering that fearlessness and ease can go together. The light in me sees and honors that same light in each of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.